Hello everyone, welcome back to Kona Qualified, where every week I speak about relative to life topics with the goal of making us better together. This week's topic is risk and failure. Let's get into it. So risk and failure. I mean, it seems like in our society today that risk is, encouraged as something that you have to do in order to achieve potential success. But no one likes to experience failure, so failure is more often than not a greater influencer, and so most of us don't take risk. But most of us don't take risk because we don't want to, we don't want to experience any failure. But you have to realize, guys, that if you want to achieve anything in life, whether that's being a star player on your basketball team, or that's being a great parent, or maybe it's creating your own launching your own small business, or whatever it is, you have to realize that you are going to be met with failure along the way, and that you're going to have to take risk along the way as well. So you might as well just get used to it, especially if you're a type A personality or someone that just goes for it on a regular basis. You have to realize that you have to take risk in order to achieve your goal, and you're going to be met with failure along the way. It's just an inevitability. So in regards to risk, I'm experiencing risk right now in my life. I mentioned launching a small business a second ago, and right now I'm working to launch a small apparel, apparel company off the ground, Kona Qualified Apparel. And I'm not sure if you follow me on Instagram or not, but if you do, you notice me wearing these shirts. Better every day, inspire someone, life is beautiful, and Kona Qualified, make your life magnificent. These aren't just words on a shirt that I'm making. There's messages behind every single one of them. And I'm working to communicate that in an effective way to get people to where they wear them, they're reminded of those things, that they do have a qualification in their life. They are qualified to do something great, that life is beautiful, that it's meant to be experienced and lived with passion, and that they should live a life that inspires someone to be an example to other people of what's possible in their life. And also to become better every day. We owe it to ourselves and the world around us to become better every day, because by us becoming better, the world around us is made better. But there's a certain amount of risk with this business, because I'm confident that it'll work. I have no doubt in my mind that it will. But there's the same time that I might fail. I might not even sell but a couple shirts. But hey, here's a good thing about that though. I would get an education as to what did not work. I would have made some cool shirts for myself and some for a couple of friends. But hey, I would have learned a way to not sell shirts, to not communicate a message, to not launch a business the same way. So that's a certain amount of risk that I have to take. And dude, honestly, I have been so nervous. Like, I'm talking to a friend, Stephanie, recently, a good friend of mine from up north in Chicago, who just recently launched her brand of women's triathlon apparel and some trucker hats as well. And she, she's super inspiring to me, but she just launched her company, and I was like, Steph, I'm just like super nervous about this. I'm just, it's getting closer to launch, and getting some samples made, and I'm just freaking out a little bit, because I'm like investing capital into it, and it's just something that I know that will be successful. I know that'll work, but I have to be willing to take the risk, and I have to know that there is a certain degree of failure that might come my way, but I can learn from it. I can get an education from it and go on to be greater in spite of that failure. How many people do we know or heard of rather, that have been super successful in their lives but have not experienced failure? Name one. Name one person that is super successful but has not experienced failure. If you can, message me, because I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone myself. But guys, that's just failure. You have to realize that failure is just a necessary stepping stone on the pathway towards success. And someone that I think of when I think of failing along the pathway of success is Walt Disney. Walt Disney, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but Walt Disney was rejected 302 times before he eventually got financing for what would become Walt Disney World. Think about that. 302 times to be told no. No. No, 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 no. Like, no, your dream's not good enough. No, this isn't good enough. What? This doesn't make. Who wants to come to a amusement park with a little mouse and Mickey Mouse? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not giving you money for that. But he persisted. He didn't quit. He stayed consistent with it, and he did not give up until he made his dream become reality. Now, think at a grand scale. Think at a grand scale of this. Think about the light bulb. Thomas Edison, right? This guy failed, if I'm not mistaken, 1,000 times before he eventually invented the light bulb. I think whenever a reporter or something asked him about it later, he said that he didn't fail 1,000 times. He merely realized a thousand ways the light bulb cannot be invented. So guys, just realize that failure is necessary. It's going to be necessary for you to get an education to figure out what did not work until you find a way that does work. There's a multiplicity of examples that I could think of, and I'm sure you can think of in your own life, people that you admire and that you look up to, but they experienced failure at one time in their life. I think Michael Jordan was cut from the basketball team when he was younger, but look at him, you know. He's one of the greatest basketball players to, if not the greatest basketball players to have ever lived and ever played the sport. So guys, just realize that you, in order to make your life magnificent, whether it's a dream or a goal that you want to achieve in your life, you have to realize that in order to achieve that, there's a certain degree of risk that you're going to have to take. And there's a certain degree of failure that you're going to experience until you eventually realize that dream or realize that goal. On my pathway to qualifying for the World Championship, I've been met with failure along the way. Nutrition has been kicking my butt recently, man, but I've been learning what doesn't work, learning how to recover my body better, learning what fuels me good and what works with my body. And then I can go forth and become stronger the next day, the next race I come to, and keep on learning until I eventually will qualify for the World Championship. Take that to the bank. What's today? I think today is August 23rd. I will qualify for the Ironman World Championship. I'm going to take risk along the way. I'm going to fail multiple times along the way. But there's a video I'm going to be making, mark my words, coming in the next 3 years. That's going to be just me just crying my eyes out saying that, guys, I achieved my goal of greatness and I qualify for the World Championship. I mean, that's going to be that's going to be another video in itself. But man, guys, go for your dreams, go for your goals. Your life is worth it. Your life is made to be magnificent. Your life is made to be experienced at the highest level, not to just settle for a life of mediocrity. That's never taking risks. That's always avoiding failure because you don't want to experience any discomfort. You're going to have to experience discomfort if you want to live a life that's worth remembering, if you want to live a life that inspires someone, a life that is beautiful, a life that consistently pushes yourself to become better every day. There's going to be risk, there's going to be failure, but that ultimate reward is going to be so freaking sweet and so sexy. Oh man, that you're going to want that, man. You're going to want it. But anyhow, guys, like I said at the beginning of this, the goal of these videos every week is to make us better together. You know, better every day is not just something, like I said, put on a shirt. It's something that I preach and practice better every day, to become better every day, because as we are made better, the world around us is made better. So again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having an amazing day as always. Hope this video finds you well. If you like this video, please like it, and please do me a favor and share this video out with someone who you think would benefit from it. And you know what, hey, subscribe to this channel for weekly videos, and follow me on Instagram at Kona Qualified if you're not already following me there. Hope to see you next week. Have an amazing day. See ya.